Hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley, and today, for the next hour, we're going to continue looking at simple verb tenses. In particular, today we are going to, simple future. We are going to examine future simple verb tense. We'll look at the forms. Yes, there are two, and the different uses, and then we will practice the different uses so we can learn when exactly to use the future simple verb tense. Okay. Well, let me start off by saying hello, 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 Salvatore. Welcome.
Hi, Oakley. How are you?
Hi. I'm doing okay. How are you, Salvatore?
I'm fine. I'm just wake up to study English.
Excellent. Good morning.
No, good
Uh,
night, dear.
good night, good morning, whatever. Okay.
It's same.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Suna.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
Good
How are
evening.
you? Good
Good.
evening. Good
Yeah.
morning. Good afternoon. Good after morning, noon. Whatever it is. Okay. Hello, Naibe. Welcome back. Hi there.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
Oakley. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I hope you're well too. Uh, Also, can I welcome Maria? Hello, Maria.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Where are you from, Maria?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Yay!
Yes.
We like all our Colombian friends. Terrific. Speaking of which, hello, Jairo.
Hi, Oakley. How are you?
Hey, what's up? What's new?
Nice to see you again.
Well, thank you very much. Likewise, nice to have you aboard. And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Henry. Hello, Henry.
Hi,
Henry.
teacher. How are you?
Hi, there you go. Okay, I'm good. How are you, Henry? Okay. All right, Henry, and everyone else, let's get started. We have lots of practicing to do, so let's get on it. Okay, simple future tense has two forms, okay? Well, this is the verb tense that has two different forms that you have to practice this and get a little bit used to it, because the two forms can be interchangeable, but in other cases they can express two different meanings. And we're going to look at that and practice the different meanings when we look at the different uses. Obviously, however, both of the forms talk about the future, quite obviously. First of all, the first form, the first way we can use future simple is with the auxiliary or helper verb, auxiliary verb will, plus the verb. Simple enough. You will help him later. Okay, very simple. Subject, verb construction, the whole construction with auxiliaries and the main verb. The main verb here is help. And then the object noun. You will help him. As always, in the question form, the first auxiliary and the subject are swapped, switched, transposed. Will you help him later? And finally, the negative. You will not help him later. The not follows the first auxiliary. Of course, in normal English speaking, we would probably not say will not. We would probably use the contracted form, which is a little unusual because we use an O. Won't. You won't help him later would be the normal way to say this. We also have a second form for the future simple, and that form looks a little something like this. The verb to be, of course, dependent on if we're speaking first person, second person, third person. I am, he is, they are, plus going to, used as an auxiliary, plus the main verb. So, for example, you, the subject, the entire construction here is considered to be the verb, even though it's 4 words. This is the verb. Are going to meet, and then the object noun, Jane. You are going to meet Jane tonight. Once again, as always, in the question form, we swap out the first auxiliary and the subject noun. Are you going to meet Jane tonight? And finally, in the negative form, the negative not follows the first auxiliary. So you are not going to meet Jane tonight. And yes, once again, usually when we have the negative not, we use it to, in a contracted form, you aren't going to meet Jane tonight. In normal speaking, you aren't going to meet Jane tonight. Okay, let's get to the uses because there's a bunch of them, and we have to consider the 2 forms. All right. Use number 1, to express a voluntary action. Voluntary means something we decide to do on our own. Voluntary. Noun, volunteer. Okay. The speaker offers to do something for someone else. So we often use will to respond to a complaint or a request for help. Or maybe we just volunteer because we're awfully darn good people. We also use it to form a request in the question form. Okay, when we request someone to help us. And obviously we use the negative form, will not or actually won't, when we refuse to do something voluntarily. All right, let's look at some examples, and then we will practice. Okay. Example 1, I will send you the information when I get it. All right, the speaker is volunteering to do something. They're going to do the action. They're going to send the information. I will translate the email so Mr. Smith can read it. Same idea. Question form. Will you help me move this heavy table? Okay, the speaker is requesting help, obviously. Will you make dinner? The speaker is, again, requesting a favor, requesting help, whatever. Negative form, I won't do your homework for you. Me neither. Refusing to do something, refusing to do a request, or it may be an unspoken request, of course. Okay, my wife might tell me I won't do all the housework myself. Well, okay. Maybe before I have a chance to say anything, she might say this, use this sentence. meaning she knows I'm not going to volunteer to do any housework. Haha. All right. Here's the normal use in a conversation. A says, "I'm really hungry." B says, "I'll make some sandwiches." Okay. "I'm so tired. I'm about to fall asleep." And B says, "I'll get you some coffee." The phone's ringing. "I'll get it." A phrase spoken, I don't know, 1,000 times a day, probably. Okay. So there you go. Examples of volunteering to do something. You guys, I would like you to try it out. You can make believe, you can make up something, you volunteer to do something. What are you guys going to do for me today? What are you going to do for me? Let's see. Naibe, why don't you start us out? Naibe? What are you going to do for me?
I will improve my English.
You will I will improve my English. Okay. All right. That fits this category, this usage. Sure. Okay. Naibe is volunteering to do something. Very good. All right. That works. Thank you,
Yes,
Naibe.
is very voluntary.
It's very voluntary. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Salvatore, step right up. Volunteer. What are you going to do?
I will take you at the train station at 8 p.m.
Okay. Very good. I will take you, but however, you should change the preposition. I will take you to the train station at 8 p.m. Right, because when you're using a verb like take, send, go, okay, those verbs sort of have the meaning of movement, changing from one place, going from A to B, going from one place to another. So with those verbs, we always use the preposition to, which again, which sort of designates movement, a change in position from one place to another. Once you get there at the train station, I'm at the train station. Sure. That's fine. But with verbs that designate movement, you use to.
Okay.
Okay. But otherwise, okay, that's definitely volunteering to do something. Suna, what are you going to do for me?
I may health food.
Excuse me?
I'll make healthy food.
I'll make healthy food. Okay. It's going to use the contracted form, I'll. That's great. I'll make healthy food. But Suna, I prefer unhealthy food. Make me some pizza or a cheeseburger. Fine, if I have to. If I have to. Okay. Hey, Suna, I have a question. Where do you live now?
For me,
Where do you live now?
near San Francisco.
Okay, near San Fran. Okay. Suna, last night I had dinner. I had a lovely dinner, and you know, part of my dinner I had kimchi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you live in the United States, do you still eat kimchi?
Yes.
Yeah, you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Every day kimchi.
Every day, of course you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it.
Speaking of healthy food, that's what reminded me. Kimchi is very healthy, and any of you people who have no idea what kimchi is, it's very good for your digestion. It's very healthy. You should try it. Okay. Thank you, Suna. Good job.
Thank you.
Abdullah, welcome to the class. Hey, hey there. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Hi, Abdullah. Abdullah, are you there? Are you with me? Are you on? Are you in? Are you at?
Hi.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Hi, Abdullah.
Hi.
I'm not sure when you entered the class, but we are practicing using will to volunteer to do something. I don't care. You can make a question form, or you can unvolunteer. I won't do something, or I will do something. Can you give me an example of a sentence using will to volunteer to do something?
Okay.
Or won't?
I will learn English.
Whoa, Abdullah, I'm terribly sorry, but this is what you sound like. That's it. I hope that you will fix your audio or your microphone, because I really cannot understand anything you're saying right now.
Okay.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Can you work on that? Because I really can't understand what you're saying. Henry, what will you give me as an example? Volunteer something. Henry?
Yes. I will watch TV after this class.
Really? You're volunteering to watch TV. Gee, thank you, Henry. Okay, Henry, you're
Yes.
using will in a different way. You're using will probably to predict what you're going to do. You're not really using will to volunteer to do something. Notice these examples. I will send the information. I will translate. I will help. I will make. I won't do your homework. I won't do the housework. I'll make sandwiches. You're actually doing something productive. Watching TV is not going to help me at all, Henry.
Okay. with make.
Well,
or with her, or with translate.
yeah, it's okay. Your sentence was grammatically correct, but that's not really volunteering to do something to help someone, or watching TV. Can you give me a sentence? Volunteering to help, okay, or to do something productive.
I will do make. Pardon. Excuse me. I will make a drawing for my work.
I will make. Sorry, what was the word?
Work.
Work. No, I understand that. I will make beep for work. I missed the beep. I couldn't understand the word.
Drawing.
Drawing. Okay, drawing. Okay. I will make a drawing for work. Okay, we need an article. I will make a drawing for work. Okay. Fine. Oh, there you go. That's better. That's okay. You're volunteering to. I'm assuming that you're saying that you're volunteering to do some extra work. Okay. I will make a drawing for work. Okay. Fine. Jairo.
Yes.
What are you gonna do for me, buddy?
I learn English language when Oakley teach me more easy.
Really? Okay. You're volunteering to do that? That's mighty generous. Okay, I will learn English when Oakley teaches me, and I missed the last part, but it was because of connection. But Okay, I'll take your word for it. Okay. Maria, you know what I haven't heard, Maria? I haven't heard anybody give me a negative. Can you try giving me a negative? I won't. Unvolunteer.
Okay. I won't wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, you just won't do it, huh? Okay. All right, I guess that fits. I guess that fits, but sometimes, okay, when we look at these uses, all right, keep this in mind. Maria, thank you. That's a great example. I won't wake up at 7 a.m. All right, she's totally, that fits. She is telling me she does not voluntarily want to wake up at 7 a.m. That's fine. That also fits into another use of will, which is as a prediction. Okay, so I could think she's predicting it, or I could think she's, you know, not volunteering. Depends on the context. Okay, who wants to wake up early and make breakfast? Maria might say, I won't wake up at 7 a.m. Forget it. In which case she is unvolunteering. Or maybe she's just making a prediction. Sometimes the uses, hey, you may be covering, you may be using more than one use at a time. That happens. Okay, but good. Thank you, Maria. That was a great use of the negative. Okay, use number 2. Promises. Promises. We use will to make promises. I will call when I arrive. Okay, this next example is an example of what we call the first conditional, which is a slightly weird because of the material here. In the first conditional, we have an if clause and the if or the condition, one clause, and then the second clause. The second clause is the result. Now, this is very strange material because, all right, the example here is showing you what is called the real conditional. In other words, the speaker assumes that this is a very realistic, possible thing to happen. A better example would be, if it rains, I won't go to the beach. Well, it always rains, so that's a very realistic statement. Okay, in this case, we have a kind of a goofy condition here. If I am elected President of the United States, well, speaking personally, as Oakley, I think the chances of this happening are, I would not use the real conditional for this. No, I would have to use a different form entirely if I was speaking this really. I would have to use the unreal condition. But all right, just let's assume I actually have a chance of being the president. Ha ha ha. If that is so, as a speaker, I use present tense if I am elected President of the United States. In the result clause, I use simple future. I will make sure everyone has access to inexpensive health insurance. In this case, I'm making a promise based on a condition. Obviously, I won't make sure everyone has inexpensive health insurance if I'm not the president. Okay. The first conditional is basically you're making a promise. That's how you're using will. If it rains, I won't go to the beach. That's a promise. If it's sunny, I will go to the beach. Okay, much more simple. Okay, this changes a lot based on the speaker. This means that the speaker really believes that they can be president. If I'm saying this, I would use the second or unreal conditional, which would sound like this. If I were elected President of the United States, I would make sure everyone has access to inexpensive health insurance. Notice what changes. The if clause in the unreal or hypothetical, imaginary, conditional. The speaker thinks it's not really realistic. It's not really that reasonable. The verb tense changes to past tense instead of present in the conditional, in the condition clause. In the result clause, instead of I will, the simple future, to promise something, because in a real conditional, you're going to promise something. Instead, in the unreal conditional, I use I would. I can use any modal because it's hypothetical. I'm going to use a modal, would, I might, I may, I could, I would, I possibly might, something like that, because I'm going to use a modal of probability because it's really not, again, it's not realistic. So I'm talking about chances. So the form changes for the unreal condition. This is realistic. You're making a promise. All right. Any questions about that? That's a lot, and really I do a whole different class on conditionals. That takes an hour by itself. Trying to just cover it quickly to explain that you're making a promise in the first conditional. We good? Okay. I promise I won't tell him about the surprise party. Okay, a negative promise, that's definitely possible. For example, I won't tell anyone your secret. Very simple, very common. Don't worry, I'll be careful. Okay. Let's try this out. Promise me something. Salvatore, let's start with you. Make me a promise, Salvatore.
I will finish this work for tomorrow, and I'll send the job for customer tomorrow.
Okay. I'll finish this work. Okay. Prepositions again. I'll finish this work for tomorrow. You're not really doing it for tomorrow. You're doing it for the customer. We use for to express benefit of someone. If you're talking about time, it's a little unusual to use for. So I'll finish this work by tomorrow. Would probably be better.
Okay.
Or before tomorrow, or by tomorrow means tomorrow at the latest. And I'll send it. Again, send, show, like last time, it shows movement one place to another. I'll send it to the customer. Okay. All right?
Okay, teacher. Okay,
All right,
thank you.
Thank you. Suna, make me a promise.
If I go back young, I'll study very hard.
Present tense. If I go back home, I'll, contracted form, I will study very hard. Okay, that, very good, Suna. That was an example of the first conditional, the real condition. And you got it. Congratulations. Good job. Attempting a more complex sentence structure, and you pulled it off. Excellent. Nice.
Thank you.
Good job. Okay, Henry. Make me a promise.
Promise. I will pay you when I receive my money in the work.
I didn't catch that all. One more time.
Again?
I didn't catch that, meaning I didn't hear that all. And then I said, one more time, please. Could you say that again?
Repeat. I will. I.
Could you repeat? Could you repeat your sentence, please?
I will pay you when I receive my money in the work.
Okay. I will buy.
Pay.
Is it buy? I will buy you.
Pay.
Pie?
Pay.
Pay. Pay. Okay. I got you. I will pay you when I receive
my money in the work.
Okay, it should be from work. It comes from work to you. So I will pay you when I receive my money from work. I will pay.
From work, okay.
I will pay you when I receive my money from work.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Okay. Interestingly, that is also a form of a real conditional. I will pay you, and then instead of if I get my money from work, when I get my money from work, and that's Henry actually correctly used simple present tense. That's just another form. Okay, Henry, that works. You know, once we cleared up the pronunciation, the grammar is correct. Good job, Henry.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Jairo, make me a promise.
Yes. I'll back when I pay another ticket.
I'll back? What was that? I will. I'm missing that verb. What's that? I will balk. I will back. I will. I'm not sure what you're saying. Can you write it? Can you spell it? I will back. Okay. Well, we would never say I will back. I back. Okay. Back is not really a verb. It's a preposition. We can use back up. Well, back into a corner. Back can be a verb. I'm sorry. It can be a verb, but it's a very rarely used verb. It's usually used in a phrasal. Probably, Jairo, you want to say, I will return. Okay.
Yes,
We have go back, come back. Those are phrasal verbs, but the main verb is go or come. I will come back. I will go back. I will return. How about that?
I will return when I pay another ticket.
When I pay another ticket. Well, okay, when I pay all my tickets. What are you talking about? You have traffic tickets or something?
Verblink ticket.
Verblink. Okay. I get it. All right. I will come back, or I will return, one or the other, when I pay for more tickets. Is how you could express that.
I pay for?
When I pay for, yeah, you pay for something. I pay for my ticket. I pay for more tickets.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you pay for something. You pay for lunch. You pay for my car. I pay for my sins. I pay for my crimes. Oh yeah, pay for is the definitely the collocation. Maria, promise me something.
Okay, teacher. I won't eat fast food this weekend.
Haha, nice. Good one, Maria. Okay, the negative, I won't eat fast food this weekend, and that's a promise. Very good, Maria. Great example. Naibe.
Next week, I will take English class with Oakley.
Oh, that's a lovely promise. Thank you very much. And very good job. And correct sentence. Thank you, Naive. Okay, now finally we're going to get to this, the verb to be going to future form. We use this to express a plan. It's a plan. That's the whole idea. So the person intends to do something in the future and has already thought about it. It's important that, again, as always, we use these different verb tenses, expresses the intention or the idea of the speaker. It really doesn't matter if the speaker is an idiot or a liar or crazy. It's the intention in the brain of the speaker. So it does not matter if the plan is realistic, if the plan is completely stupid. It doesn't matter. I am going to go to Mars next weekend. Well, of course, that's really not going to happen. But I'm a crazy person, and I think I can build a spaceship out of soup cans. Yay! All right. Even though my plan is completely unrealistic, I can express it as a plan. Okay. Examples. He is going to spend his vacation in Hawaii. Great. The intention is I believe he has a plan. That's it. She is not going to spend her vacation in Hawaii. She isn't, if we would normally contract this, she isn't going to spend her vacation in Hawaii. All right. Negative plan. Her plan is to not do something. Okay, notice in a dialogue version, A says, when are we going to meet each other tonight? Okay. When you use this form in a question, the verb to be and going to and the verb, you're basically asking, what is the plan? Hey, dude, what's the plan? When are we going to meet each other tonight? I don't know the plan. Tell me the plan. That's the idea of using this form in questions. We're going to meet at 6 p.m. That's the plan. Okay, I'm going to be an actor when I grow up. Terrific. Well, that's the plan. Realistic? Probably not. Okay, Michelle is going to begin medical school next year. Okay, we often use the is going to form to talk about things like starting work, starting things, starting school, starting work, starting vacation. Okay, they're going to drive all the way to Alaska. At least that's the plan. Okay, what's the plan? Let's using these examples. What's the plan, Suna? What is your plan?
I'm going to in Korea next March. Next March.
Okay, you kind of forgot the verb. I'm going to go.
Oh yeah, I'm
Right.
to.
Okay, I'm going to go to Korea.
I'm going to go to Korea next March.
Next month. Oh, really? Okay.
Next March.
Next March. Watch your CH, Suna. March. Don't Marchy. March.
March.
No, not Marchy. Not churchy. Not Marchy. March.
March.
No, don't chee me. No vowel sound after CH at the end of a word. March. Church. Watch. Catch. All right. You need to practice that. And have fun in Korea. Okay. Henry, what's the plan, man?
My sentence.
Yeah, what are your... Tell me about a plan you have for the future.
For example, Colombia going to be the best in the Cup of Brazil
Ta!
2040.
Do you think so, Henry? Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't bet too much money on that, Henry. Save your money. Okay. Colombia is going to
Be the best.
be the best. Okay. Use it. The main verb is be. Is going to be. Very good. Colombia is going to be the best in the World Cup in Brazil.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say. That's the plan. Okay. Possibly Henry's making a plan. If for example,
possible.
Henry's the coach or something. Henry's a sponsor of the team. Maybe that's the plan. Okay. More likely, though, Henry, you're using going to here as a way to make a prediction, which is another use, which we're going to get to. We haven't gotten to yet, but another use of this form is to make a prediction. So, okay, it's a little bit ambiguous. How do you mean it? Is it a plan or is it just a prediction? Jairo, are you back or are you gone still? 1, 2. Oh, you're back.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm going to watch the World Cup tomorrow.
Nice. Okay, that's the plan. That is definitely a plan. I'm going to watch the World Cup tomorrow. Jairo, question. When are they going to have the opening ceremony? Aha. See my question? What is the plan? When are they? What time is the opening ceremony going to be? Aha. What's the plan? Do you know, Jairo?
At the 2 o'clock. I don't know.
2
in my
o'clock.
country,
Yeah.
begins at 11 or 12 o'clock.
11 or 12 o'clock is the first game?
No, the first game is at 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock.
Yes.
Great. Great.
Much
Great news,
better.
Jairo. That's 2 a.m. for me. 2 or 3 a.m. Something like that.
Uy.
Yeah.
But
I like football, but not that much.
what time is now in Filipinas?
Right now it is quarter to 11, 15 minutes before 11 a.m. right now.
Very early.
Yeah. Very early. Well, yeah, very early. It's ahead of you. I'm on Thursday already. Okay, Naibe. Let's keep moving here. What's the plan? What is a plan you have for the future?
I am not going to serve my car next year.
I am not going to serve your car?
Sell.
Sell. Sell. I'm not going to sell my car next year. Okay. A negative plan. That works, Naomi. Good job. All right.
Thank you.
That does make total sense. And that is definitely something that would be a plan. Maria, welcome back.
Oh, yes, my connection is failed.
Okay. Maria, what's your plan for the future?
My husband and me are going to travel to Mexico the next year.
My husband and I. Okay.
Yes, sorry.
All right. Are going to travel to
Mexico.
Where? The moon?
Mexico.
Mexico. Okay, we're going to travel to Mexico next year. Maria, where do you live now?
Now I live in Medellin, Colombia.
In Colombia. Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right, you're going to go to Mexico. Well, have a great time, and that sounds like a plan. Very good.
Okay.
Salvatore, what's your plan, man?
Okay. I am going to watch World Cup of the match England versus Italy, and I hope Italy win.
Of course you do. Uh, okay, very good. Who else, Salvatore, who else is in Italy's group? Italy, England, who else?
Costa Rica and Uruguay.
Uruguay. Oh, tough group. Good luck. Good luck, Salvatore. That's
Thank you,
a tough
teacher.
one. Wow. United States is with Germany and Portugal and Ghana, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck to you, Salvatore. All right. Use number 4, as I mentioned, I kept mentioning prediction. Now, the two forms of the future simple are interchangeable in this usage. Okay? It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. To make a prediction about the future, which many of these other uses, it could be ambiguous if you're making a promise, if you're volunteering, if you're planning, or are you predicting. I will start work on Monday. I'm going to start work on Monday. It is ambiguous. Is it a plan, or am I just predicting the future? Really impossible to say. So for just simply expressing a prediction in the future, you can use either. So there's absolutely no difference in meaning. So whatever. The year 2222 will be a very interesting year. The year 2222 is going to be a very interesting year. Whatever. John Smith will be the next president. John Smith is going to be the next president. Whatever. Either way, there's totally no difference in meaning. Okay, in the simple future, it's not always clear which of the uses that we've looked at already. Again, sometimes it can be ambiguous. It could be really meaning two things at once. So sometimes there's more than one way to interpret a sentence's meaning. Well, there it is. A very important note here. Like all future forms, the simple future cannot, all future forms, please burn this into your brain. The simple future cannot be used in time clauses. Expressions or time clauses with when, while, before, after, by the time, as soon as. You can't use simple future. You default to simple present. For example, this is wrong. When you will arrive tonight, we will go out for dinner. No, 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 no. You have to say it this way. When you arrive tonight, we will go out for dinner. So, clauses that start with a time word, with a word that expresses time, like while. I will have cooked dinner by the time you arrive. Not I will have cooked dinner by the time you will arrive. Just you can't do it. You cannot use any future tense. Simple future, future perfect, future continuous, passive. No, 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 no. It is impossible to use any future tense. Again, in a time clause that starts with when. By the way, in the conditionals we were looking at earlier, using will as a promise, also very wrong. Okay, so if or unless, that which we use in conditionals, it's again impossible to use future tense. So I cannot say if it will rain, I won't go to the beach. Wrong, 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 wrong. You just cannot do that. Never, never, never. So remember that. Okay. I'm going to skip that. Never mind. Maybe I'll come back to it. Maybe not. Adverb placement is really, okay, that's another class altogether. Normally, normal placement of an adverb, it precedes the main verb. Normally, there are a lot of other rules and you can move it around. Save that for another class. Okay, I do want to quickly show you passive forms. John will finish the work by 5 p.m. is an active form. The subject does the action. Very good, the verb. In the passive form, the action happens to the subject. The work will be finished by 5 p.m. Notice in the active form, the work is the object. The action happens to the work. In the passive form, the work will be finished by 5 p.m. Of course, we can use either of the future simple verb tenses either of the forms. Doesn't matter. Sally is going to make a beautiful dinner tonight. A beautiful dinner is going to be made by Sally tonight. Again, the action happens to the subject in a passive sentence. Okay, let's give this a try. Let's make a prediction about the future, and we're going to try to do it in a passive form. Okay, looking at the second sentence here as a model. All right, to try to do this. Let's see. Henry?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Using the model here, try to form a passive sentence. Using the verb to be, okay. Will be, and then the past participle. Okay, will be finished, will be made, or is going to be. Okay.
No, in this moment, no. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Please,
let's see.
One time.
How about, okay, Henry, how about this? Colombia will be let's see. Okay. Let's see. Well, how can I do this? Oh, no. Hang on. Sorry. The World Cup will be won. How's that? By who? Henry? Can you finish it?
By Colombia.
No, wrong. That's the wrong answer. By USA. Woo! Wrong, Henry.
Okay.
Okay. That's very unlikely. Okay, but okay, that's an example. So the action happens to the subject. The World Cup will be won. Okay. Jairo, can you give me an example of a passive future simple sentence?
My dog will be cleaned on Sunday.
My dog will be cleaned? Who cleans? Is that what you said? Who cleans your dog? It's crazy. Grammatically correct, and this is definitely a passive, and this is definitely a future. Watch your pronunciation of cleaned.
Clean.
Not, yep, one syllable. Do not add a syllable. Cleaned. Who cleans your dog, Jairo? Really, I have to know. Who does it? Do you clean your dog, or do you pay someone?
Only the Sunday I clean my dog.
You clean your dog. Okay, that's great. Okay. Maria, passive future. Can you give me an example?
Maybe the Maleficent movie is going to be successful.
One more time?
The Maleficent movie is going to be successful.
Successful.
What?
Successful.
Successful?
Yes, you successfully said successful. Successful. Yeah, you got it. All right. The Maleficent movie is going to be successful. Well, okay. There's an excellent prediction using the passive form. Very good. Naibe.
Jairo is going to learn English tomorrow.
Jairo is going to learn English tomorrow. Okay. All right.
Now,
he will. Okay, that works. Okay, he's going to learn the actions happening to Jairo. Then very good. Salvatore. Can you give it a try here?
Yes. Sorry. Summer is going to be continued until October this year.
Oh, wow. Okay, summer is going to be continued. Yeah. Okay. Is going to be continued. Okay. Of course, we probably would say that in an active sentence. Summer is going to continue. And we probably normally say that actively. I mean, who is continuing the summer? So that's a little odd. Is going to be continued. By who? By, I don't know, God? Okay. Okay, Salvatore, your grammar was correct to show me passive future simple, but the content is highly unlikely to be expressed in a passive way. Most likely you would say that use an active sentence. But you did a good job using the grammar as I asked you to. So, okay. Suna, can you give it a try? Give it a try, please. Passive, make up prediction in the future using passive.
I will study the English tomorrow.
Okay, well, that's an active sentence. And to make it passive, English will be studied tomorrow by me.
Okay.
Okay, so the action, the studying, happens to the English. Okay?
Yes.
So you kind of change the object into the subject.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Unfortunately, we are out of time. So I'm going to have to bid you adieu. Ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye, teacher.
Bye,
Bye,
Oakley.
teacher. Thank
you very
you.
much.
See you
Thank you.
later.
See you.